Hello and welcome to this morning's Liverpool News Roundup here on Anfield Agenda. My name is Conor and I'm going to take you through all the main talking points from Arne Slot's press conference, which he's just finished ahead of the Manchester City game on Sunday, in what is a huge game for the Reds to really stake their claim and just say, like, Liverpool are well and truly back. Like, a win at the Etihad would be a statement victory, in my opinion, and it would put us firmly back in the title race, I think, because Arsenal just need to be reminded that we're not going away. If we can stay within like 4, 5, 6 points of them coming into January and February, I think they could start to crumble. Like, they're not used to title races like this. So look, maybe I'm being optimistic, but a statement victory at the Etihad would do us absolutely no harm. So anyway, we do have updates around the injuries of Alexander Isak, Alisson Becker, and Jeremy Frimpong. We have some quotes around Andy Robertson's form, and Arne Slot was speaking a little bit about whether he's like up for a new contract or not. Arne was asked about the extra defensive work that Mo Salah has been doing in recent weeks, and there's some more quotes around the Man City game. So please do hit the subscribe button, hit the like button and all that, and let's jump straight into it. We'll start off with the good news then. So asked about Alexander Isak's recovery, he said, Isak will train with the team again after 3 weeks out. I know I said his pre-season has ended a few weeks ago, but if you've had 3 weeks with rehab, it doesn't bring him back to the levels he was at. Even though our rehab has done an incredible job, you can't replicate games. Again, I have to say, give him some time. So, we did hear Arne a few weeks ago saying, like, Isak was there now. Like, he'd finished his pre-season, for lack of a better word, and we could expect to see Isak fully fit and firing. And it does seem like the injury has set him back a bit. Like he said, the injury is gone, but he is still going to take more time to build back up to that match fitness, the full, like, match sharpness. So, again, we're going to have to give him time. He's going to train today, so he probably will be in the squad on Sunday. I wouldn't expect him to start. And then, of course, he has been called up for the Sweden international team, which, yeah, I think is just baffling in all honesty. Like, he's not going to be fully fit for them. Like, I know they need results and stuff, but, like, he's not going to be the player they expect him to be coming back from an injury after barely playing this season. So, I think it's just not beneficial for either side. Like, Isak should just be staying back in Liverpool, working on his recovery, getting up to match fitness, and, like, I don't know, maybe a few minutes for Sweden won't do him any harm, but I would rather him stay at home, to be honest. But, like, that's it. Let's just hope he doesn't get overplayed for Sweden and doesn't pick up any more injuries, because we do need him back fit and firing, because we've spent far too much money on him to watch him just sitting on the bench or in the physio room. So yeah, let me know what you think on that one. Like, would you rather him go away on international duty, get a few minutes, build up a bit of sharpness, or just stay at the AXA and build up fitness? Because I know which one I would, but yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think on that one. Some good and bad news then. So the good news is Alisson Becker seems like he will be back for the Forest game after the international break, which is great news. Obviously, Mamardashvili has come in and he's not really put a foot wrong, in all honesty. The only time he's put a foot wrong is when our centre backs keep passing it to his wrong foot, but he's done himself no harm. I think I'm confident when he's in goal, if Alisson picks up another injury or if Mamardashvili starts some games in the cups and stuff that way, like, I have absolutely no issue with that. I think he's done himself no harm and he's done a good job. So yeah, fair play to Georgie on that one. And then Alisson coming back obviously is great news, but then he did confirm that Jeremy Frimpong won't be back just yet. I think there was like 6 or 8 weeks was what was said about him a few weeks ago. So he's probably a few weeks off yet. But so some good news and bad news on that one. Isak and Alisson will be back, and Frimpong on the other side will just not be back for another few weeks. So we're going to have to wait another few weeks to see him on the pitch. Next up then, Arne Slot was speaking about Andy Robertson, and he had this to say. He's done really well playing 3 games in 7 days, calm on the ball and done his job defensively, happy with his performances. And he was then asked about like Andy Robertson's contract situation, and he didn't really dismiss the idea of it, but he kind of said, like, he generally just made points about the fact that he's over 30 and he doesn't see it as a way. Like, we've always heard like the club don't like giving contracts to players getting up over 30 years of age, but Arne Slot does not seem to have a problem with it. He was saying, like he said, Andy Robertson has been great last few games, struggled a little bit with his fitness towards the end of the last game. Like, he's just, because he's played a lot of minutes when he hasn't really been playing a huge amount of games this season. But he definitely didn't dismiss the idea of him getting a new deal. He didn't have any qualms or worries about the fact that he's going to turn 32 in March. So Andy Robertson new contract, I could definitely see it. I think maybe like a 1 year extension with another option to extend. And after that, like, I can't see him getting like a 3 year deal or anything like that. But I wouldn't be surprised to see if he got a new contract and like didn't leave this summer, because I would rather that. I'd rather keep him, to be honest, because he's shown this season when he has played that he is more than capable of doing a job. Obviously, Kerkez is going to be the left back long term, but there's absolutely no harm keeping someone like Andy Robertson around as an option, and just to kind of mentor Milos Kerkez into the team over the next year or two. So I would be all for that. Give him another year or two, and yeah, Andy Robertson, what a legend. Arna was then asked about the increased defensive work that Mo Salah has been doing. So the journalist mentioned stuff like the ground jewels won and just basically the tracking back and the pressure he's putting on, like the more defensive duties he's been given and is doing. And Arna had this to say on it: I have noticed it as well. It has helped the team a lot, as main focus on players who score lots of goals is goal scoring. It's very important for us to have Mo scoring goals, but it's important for us to have Mo play like he did at City last season, where he got a goal and an assist and helped the team out defensively, which is what he's done lately. So yeah, it's good to highlight that. Like, you can see that Mo Salah has been contributing more in a defensive sense. Like the ground jewels won, the tracking back, the pressure he's putting on up there. Like, it does help because you have to defend from the front. If you're going to do like a high press in particular, like, you need everyone doing it. And it was good to see Arna and the journalist highlighting this one, because he does deserve recognition for that, because he was fantastic in the last few games and he has a good track record against City as well. So let's hope he can bag himself a goal or two while, like Arna said, contributing defensively as well. Good to see Mo Salah getting his props on that one, because he does deserve it. And Arne Slot then continued to speak about the fact that we're facing Man City, and he compared it to El Clasico. Like, he was saying, while he was at Feyenoord and other teams, like, he'd always look out for this game, he'd look out for El Clasico, and he'd always make sure to watch them. And he had this to say on it: it's always worth watching so many great individuals. 9 out of 10 times these teams give you what you expect. Great games of football, no time wasting, and things I started to dislike about football. And yeah, like, there has been a few classics over the years, hasn't there, of Man City versus Liverpool. So let's hope for another one of those on Sunday. Let's hope we get the result, obviously. Like, a high scoring game would be nice just for the entertainment value, as long as we're on the good side of that. Like, we don't want to lose this game. A 4-3 win away from home or something like that. Just something a little bit dramatic, a little bit entertaining would be nice, but we'd also take like a 6-0 win if you have it in your back pocket, Arna. So any kind of win at the Etihad we'll take. But yeah, let's hope for an entertaining game anyway. Let's hope it's not like slow, it's not stop-starty, it's not dirty tactics or anything that way. Like, a good free-flowing game of football will be much appreciated, because we all love a good game of football, as long as we're on the winning end of it, of course. The last quote then I have to bring for you this morning. So Arne Slot said, I liked our performance more against United than Villa. From open play, we created much more chances. We didn't concede a lot against United. We were lucky against Villa that one of the best keepers in the world made a mistake and we had a deflection. And it's hard to know if he has a point here or not. Like, I didn't think we created that much against Man United when I watched the game initially. But when you do look back at the highlights, there was a decent amount of chances. And there was a stat around this. I think we pretty much had the same XG in that game than we did in the 7-0 victory. Like, maybe another day we do score 4 or 5 there and we're speaking about great performance. But I don't know what the word is for it really, but I do respect that Arne Slot comes out with these type of things at times. Like, he's not afraid to try to highlight the positives in a defeat. Like, there was no need to really bring this up at all, but he just did. And it's just an interesting insight into how his brain works, because like, the fact he's still thinking back to the games we've lost and trying to pick up the good things out of that and then try to implement it going forward. It's just, I don't know, I find it interesting. Like I said, like, he didn't really need to bring this up, but he still did. And he came out with what would probably seem like an outlandish statement, but he's probably not too far wrong either. Like, if you look into the smaller details and the data points of these games, like, maybe there is stuff we don't see as the average fan. But yeah, interesting to hear that one, because even like against Villa, like, fair enough, it was a mistake from Emi Martinez and then a deflection, but like, we did play well in that game. I thought we were much more controlled, much more measured. Maybe we didn't create quite as many chances as against United, but it definitely felt like we didn't concede as many as we did against United. So yeah, let me know what you think on that one. Like, is Arne Slot deluded on this, or does he have a point? Because he probably does have a point, but I thought it was just an interesting one that he seemed to bring up out of nowhere. Just before I finish the video then, I want to wish a happy birthday to Milos Kerkez, who turns 22 today. Like I said in the video, like, I want Robertson to stay, but I'm sure Milos Kerkez will be the future of this club at left back. So happy birthday to him. Hope he has a great day. And I'm sure he's not watching this, to be fair, but I do just want to put the positive vibes out into the world from today, because he does turn 22 today, which is scary for me to see that he is 5 years younger than me. So yeah, I now feel old. I'm going to go cry in a corner, and thank you very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button and all that stuff, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you very much for watching.